What's good, y'all? We are back with another video. It's the Real NBA Stats. I got my boy Cardo Trill with me. And it was good. Yeah, we back with another video. And y'all, of course, like last time, it's always so much to talk about. So much going on in the NBA.
We gonna be up to date all the time, so you always got somebody to lean on or somebody to give you news. This is what the channel's for. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Go subscribe to my channel, Cardo Trill. I do pranks, reactions, I do all that. So just go subscribe. Definitely. And go follow Desmond on his Instagram. All that is in the description. So make sure you do that. But without further ado, we're gonna get straight into the video.
But y'all, we got topics to talk about. We're talking about Brooklyn Nets, talking about trades, Paul George, talking about James Harden, Westbrook. So much to talk about. So let's just go ahead, dive right in. Let's get right into this video. All right, so the first question, y'all, it's been trending. I know y'all probably seen it. Is what are the Rockets gonna do next? They're thinking about getting rid of Paul George. They're thinking about getting rid of James Harden, thinking about getting rid of Russell Westbrook. They already got rid of the coach, and the new coach was hired. So congrats to him, black coach. I appreciate them, selecting a black coach. But Russell Westbrook, James Harden, who do they trade? Who do they keep? Do they keep both? What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I feel like they should get rid of Westbrook because that little small ball thing, it didn't work. It didn't work against teams like the Lakers and other teams. So I feel like they should get rid of Westbrook, and he should. Can he really lead a team? I don't know. So I was gonna say something like he go to New York and he lead them.
Yeah, I think that's the top. New York Knicks definitely looking at him, looking to do a trade with the Rockets. It's hard to say because, as we know, James Harden's way of playing is not gonna work in the playoffs. It's not gonna work. He dribbled the ball 1,000 times and scored 40 points. It's good for regular season and it's good for him, but it's not gonna get him over the hump. He's had I want to say 5 chances, legit chances to win the final. He had legit teams to win. He had 2 with Chris Paul to win. He had 1 with him and Capella to win. He has chances. Even this year, chances to win. It's just they can never get over that hump. And I think, I'm not saying honestly, I don't think they should trade either one. I just think they just need to reconstruct how they play.
A better game plan?
Yeah, just a better game plan.
So no more small ball?
Small ball isn't bad. It's just, it's hard to say. Because small ball works for them. It worked for them a little bit, but playoffs, I don't know how they're going to change that. I think they definitely need to go away from small ball. All they need to do, get rid of small ball. You got 2 superstars.
You said get rid of small ball?
Yeah.
I thought you said they shouldn't.
Small ball works, but it ain't gonna work in the playoffs. It's too easy not to win. If they use small ball, they have to shoot 40, 50 threes a game. And they have to make 20, for them to stay in it. All them stats they were showing, in the playoffs for them last year, I'm just they gotta make 20 threes for them to even stay in the game. They get out rebound by 20, 30 rebounds. How are you gonna win a playoff game? You definitely ain't gonna win a championship like that. That's too easy.
Even Kobe said.
Yeah, it's impossible to win like that. It's just, you're not gonna win like that. So I just think all they need really is a mobile big man. I heard about DeMarcus Cousins possibly coming to the Rockets.
Yeah, but
I know he ain't played he injury prone. But that's a decent big man. Actually a great big man. He's just injury prone.
The dude, he been hurt for 5 years.
He's been hurt for the last 3, but 2.5, 3-ish, whatever. But yeah, I just think they need a mobile big man. That's it. And James Harden don't need to do what he just need to kind of shift his game a little bit. Westbrook don't need to shoot. Westbrook just need to drive in every time.
I don't know if they're gonna win a championship with Westbrook. It's just something. I don't know. It's just Westbrook. He just be doing dumb stuff. You saw what he did when they played against the Thunder, Game 7, right? And no, was it 6 or 7 where he drove all the way down to the lane and he tried to go in and then he
He
lost
lost the ball. Yeah.
Something like that.
I almost lost in the game. Like,
Yeah. Wait, they won, right?
yeah, they won. They beat the Thunder.
Yeah, I know they beat the Thunder, but I think that was.
They lost against the Lakers.
I thought that was game 6.
It was either 6 or 7. I know what you're talking about. I think it was 6 then.
Like, he just do stuff like that to where I just be like, what?
Yeah, sometimes he do. I mean, sometimes ending the game, I would rather have Harden taking it. So like, if I'm trading, if I absolutely have to trade someone, I hate to say it, I would have to trade Westbrook. I mean, because it's impossible to get another Harden. Like, ain't no player out there like Harden. Not to say somebody out there like Westbrook, because Westbrook just changed your energy though. Like, he got that energy. Like, ain't nobody play the game. Like, he come to the game with so much energy. Like, starting the game off, he be head full of energy. He coming out of the court, might give you a triple-double. Like, he might give you 50 points in a triple-double. Like, nobody does the stuff he does. So, it's 2 generational players. 2 players that you just never seen before do stuff. Like, James Harden is scoring, Westbrook is everything kind of thing. And the energy, you just never seen that. So, it's hard to trade. Like, it's hard to pick between the 2. But if I'm going to make a pick, I'm going to keep Harden. I mean, you gotta keep Harden.
Yeah.
Because he can close. You gotta keep Harden.
Yeah. So same with me, like, I would trade Westbrook.
Yeah. Well, if there were some trades, so like we were saying, the Knicks were looking at Westbrook, and Philly was actually looking at James Harden, Philadelphia 76ers. What do you think is the better option? Would it be Westbrook going to the Knicks to make their team better, or would it be James Harden going with Philadelphia, like with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, to see what that, or it could just be I don't know if they're keeping Ben Simmons. I don't know if they trade one of those. They probably, James Harden probably comes and Ben Simmons gets traded. If that James Harden and Embiid works, I don't know if that works either. Which player has the better option that you think if they get traded?
It's hard. I would probably say
that is hard because the Knicks ain't. I wouldn't want to go to no Knicks.
Yeah,
but it's still he has the opportunity to take over team, and a young team too. So it's not really take over, but it's more so lead. He has the opportunity to be a leader. He's on the East too, so it's a weaker conference. Possibly make the playoffs. Honestly, he going to West. He going to East. They'll make the playoffs. You got Kevin Knox. You got Mitchell.
Randall.
You got Julius Randle. Yeah, so you got players. You got decent players. It's just,
I don't really like Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. So James Harden going to Philadelphia. I don't really like that.
Yeah.
I want to see Westbrook go to the Knicks because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it just gives him a chance to lead. I think I like that too. James Harden going to Philly.
Fit.
It don't fit. I think James Harden needs the ball too much. Embiid definitely needs the ball too. So I don't see that. Even though it fits with him and Westbrook, I don't see the fit between them two, and I don't even think they get along.
No, you don't.
I don't know. I don't think they get along. I don't remember if I don't know. I don't think Embiid and James Harden get along that well anyway, so I can't say that they would be a good fit together. I can't. But it does add shooting to Philly because that's what they're missing. They are. They cannot shoot. They can't hit nothing but say they like. But that's the James. If James Harden goes there and they fit, that's you got a possible. Top of the East. It's possible. You're the East, so.
But James Harden ain't going there. He's not going.
You never know.
I don't see James Harden.
I think Westbrook to the Knicks. I'm not saying they'll be a better team, but I would like that. I would like that look better.
Because it's like nobody. You haven't. The Knicks haven't really been what's it called, contender.
Oh, not
in
not
a long
even
time
since Melo back in the day, way back when
2012, right?
Yeah, back in 2011, 2010 type. Melo and Iman Shepherd and all of them was there.
Then all the Knicks fans, I know they hurt.
They've been hurting for a long time. They've been hurting. So
they was hurt when Michael Jordan beat them.
They've been hurting for a minute.
Yeah.
Poor Knicks fans. Hey, sorry about y'all Knicks.
Last time they won a championship was like 1970 something.
I wouldn't even say championship. Last time they even made some noise, I don't even remember I'm 23, so I can't even tell you the last time the Knicks actually made some noise in that playoffs, other than when Melo and J.R. Smith and them.
98.
I wasn't even old enough to know that they made some noise.
I know because I like old school basketball.
I wasn't even old enough to know that they made some noise. So, but I think Westbrook going to the Knicks, he gets the chance to lead. I mean, he had a chance to lead in OKC, but he was in the West, so it was a lot harder.
Yeah, I feel like he wanted to get back at Kevin Durant. So.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was still kind of mad at that Kevin Durant trade, and I mean, I think I would be too. Even though KD's my favorite player, I think I would be kind of tensed up about that. So I think he goes to the East. He has his time to lead a team, attract other players to come, build something.
Like 29, 30.
Yeah, Westbrook's getting to that veteran stage soon. So that'll be a perfect fit. I think that Westbrook trade is.
Well, what about him going to Phoenix Suns? Oh, that would be so fun.
He wouldn't go to the. I don't think if he trade, he's not going back to the West. I don't see it. I don't see him going to the West. Yeah. Another topic of today. We talking about Paul George again, but this time Brooklyn has confirmed that they definitely want him. They definitely want Paul George. Thinking about making a trade, trading maybe Spencer Dinwiddie and even Jared Allen for Paul George. Is this a good trade for Brooklyn, or is this a better trade for Paul George?
It's just something about Paul George, bro. It's something about you, man. It's just something about you, I probably wouldn't even trade. I don't know. So I would say, man. What was the question again?
Like, is this a better trade for Brooklyn to make? Like, is this a better trade for Brooklyn to get Paul George, or is this a better trade for Paul George, like to go to Brooklyn instead of staying in with the Clippers? Who benefits the most?
I feel like it benefits Paul George. So I feel like it's it benefits him, and I wouldn't want the Nets to trade for him because I feel like they'll be better off without him. Me, honestly, they already got a good bench, and I think it's gonna mess things up, like what happened to the Clippers. So honestly, I feel like it's beneficial to Paul George, but the Nets, no.
And I mean, to piggyback off that, it's hard to. Because Paul George is still a good, decent player. He's still averaging, I think, around 25 points a game. Putting him with KD and Kyrie gives him that third option. You got a guaranteed third option on your bench. I mean, KD coming off injury, Kyrie and KD just playing together for the first time. I don't see that. Kyrie's injury prone too.
Yeah.
So I don't see that as a bad pick. I see that as decent. It's decent enough where the spotlight is not on Paul George. It's mainly on KD and Kyrie. So spotlight's not on Paul George at that time, and kind of gives him time to work his way back up.
Yeah,
not to say he fell off or anything, but of course he had the bad playoff run, so everybody's on that. So I think that'll give him a chance to work his way back up instead of being on the same team and they expect the same thing. That at this option will give him a chance to kind of be in the back end, work his way back up.
So if they get Paul George, they're gonna probably get rid of 2 or 3 players, and I feel like it's gonna mess up everything because everything's gonna be different.
Well, the only reason I say that's not a bad thing is because Spencer Dinwiddie he just opted out of his management or something like that. I think he was in management with what's the Jay-Z man? I can't remember what the management was, but whatever. He just opted out. So, and that's the same management that Kyrie and Kevin Durant has. He just said he want to represent himself. Like he just did that a couple weeks ago. So I feel like he's looking to get traded.
Just because he did that?
I think so. No, I mean, if you're already, I just don't see that happening unless you looking to get traded. I think he's looking to get traded.
I mean, he may be looking, but if they get Paul George,
and the Clippers would be a great fit for him. That's another scorer.
I honestly think it probably would happen, but I mean, I don't know. It's just I feel like it's gonna mess things up.
I mean, it does mess up it changes your lineup, but I don't think it messes things up.
Chemistry, it gonna mess up the chemistry.
Not slightly, but I don't think they have the best chemistry. I don't think it's not like the Nets have just the perfect chemistry anyway. I think they have greater chemistry without without Kyrie and Kevin Durant. I'm not to say we haven't seen Kevin Durant play, so we can't say with Kevin Durant yet. But with Kyrie, I mean, you saw last year. I mean, Kyrie wasn't really connecting with them like that anyway. So
I don't know what's up, Kyrie.
Yeah, I don't know. He don't really connect with certain players anyway. So it's hard to say like is there really chemistry between them? Without Kyrie and KD, when they had D'Angelo Russell, everything was perfect. It's like they all was vibing. You saw them dancing on the sideline. Like they was so hyped. They was so hyped. Like it was chemistry there. It was connection. Everybody was ready to play and stuff like that. I think.
I feel bad for D'Angelo Russell. It was off topic, but I feel bad for him because he had to leave Brooklyn Nets.
I don't feel bad for him.
Nah, he on Timberwolves, the trash ass. The trash Timberwolves.
I don't think it's bad. He get to play with one of his best friends growing up. I mean, only thing they need is Devin Booker.
Devin Booker, you know.
Yeah, he ain't gonna go to the Timberwolves. But if he do, I'll be straight with that.
No defense though.
No defense at all. But I'll be straight with that. He go to the Timberwolves, I'm straight with that. But honestly, I think it's a good fit. I think Paul George should just definitely look at it.
So you think it's beneficial to Paul George, or?
I think it's beneficial to Brooklyn Nets, more beneficial. Only because you got Kyrie injury prone. We know this. He's never really played a whole season. He's been injured. I mean, shoot, he came in the league injured. Yeah. Number 1 overall pick, he was injured. So,
dang, dude, what you be doing, man?
It's just some players just injury prone. That's fine. KD's coming off a serious injury, so that's another thing. You know, I'm not saying
So my bad to go off, but Paul George is probably gonna carry the load.
He gets the chance to in the background carry the load while they're injured
and while they progress.
Right, because he can carry the load. I'm not saying Paul George is still a 25-point scorer. I mean, he could carry that load in the regular season while they're doing that. So that's a great fit for Brooklyn to have in the background while KD is, working his way back in, while Kyrie, play his 60, 50, 55, 60 games. And yeah, I mean, that's a good fit for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good fit, but you already know how I felt about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a good fit for him, and we can see what they do next year. Either way, they're gonna be a top team. I mean, one of the top teams in the West to me.
No, the East.
I mean, East. I'm sure. Yeah. But either way, they're gonna be one of the top teams in the East.
Yeah, because the East don't really have no one.
Yeah, I mean, East to me they got about 6 teams, but for Brooklyn, you got KD. I mean, you got KD and Kyrie. You should be a top team. Like
you should be. You
have 2 of the top 10 players on the same team. I just feel like you should be definitely number 1 and number 2. Yeah, it shouldn't be nothing lower than that.
Dang, the East don't got no good teams. Like they got the Magic trash, Wizards trash, Chicago trash. What's it called?
I mean, East got a good team. It's just not as many as the West.
Cleveland trash.
That's it.
Like all they teams on the East are trash.
I don't think it's just not as many teams as the West, but I guess we will see next year. Brooklyn's somebody to watch out for. I mean, they've been saying that for the longest. We already know.
Yeah.
But that's all for the video today. Y'all definitely stay tuned. Thank y'all for, of course, watching. Talk about NBA sports and keep y'all up to date on the news, trades, and we're definitely gonna talk about the picks and what could happen, what's possible to happen.
Yeah.
And just stay up to date.
Okay.
You can cut that part out.
All right. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and thank y'all for watching. I really, really appreciate it. But thank y'all for watching, and let's get this video to how many likes? First, let's just get it 10 likes because last video we didn't get a lot of likes. So get this video 10 likes, and thank y'all for watching.